phones, it's actually making them less social life. In a new study, 87% of participants say they missed out on a conversation because of social media distractions. And 54% say if they don't check their phones, they feel like they're missing out, according to FlashGap. It was worse with females. Findings revealed that 76% of girls and women check social media apps at least 10 times when with friends. That's compared to 54% of males. The most commonly used apps in social settings were Snapchat, Tinder, Facebook, and Instagram. Bottom line, the under 30 crowd is addicted to social media.
Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, and Snapchat.
Okay. I use, of course, Facebook. I used to use Snapchat, but I thought I spent too much time on it, so I got rid of it. I use Instagram for during late high school, beginning of college year, but then I didn't really get into it. And I guess YouTube is probably the biggest one that I use. And now I'm getting into Reddit, but that's pretty much what I use now.
Okay. On a regular basis, I use Facebook, Snapchat, I check Instagram, and I go on Reddit sometimes.
I use Facebook and Snapchat the most, so probably I check it every 20 minutes. Well, Snapchat every like 5 minutes, and then Facebook every like 20 minutes, and Instagram when I wake up, when I eat, and then before I go to bed.
Actually, like this past couple of months, senior year, it's like finals month as well. So I've been trying to limit myself, and so I actually deactivated my Facebook account, and like I said, I deleted my Snapchat, and so I haven't been really using social media as much as I had before, which resulted in actually me having a lot more time to spend doing I guess schoolwork, as well as having free time to do things that I want to do as well.
I use Facebook and Snapchat pretty much every day, and then for Instagram, it depends on how busy I am. I try to check it every day, but if I don't get around to it, it's not a big deal, and same with Reddit. Okay.
I always know what my friends are up to. I know the latest news, so if, let's say, like the presidential campaign, I know what's going on, even if I don't watch it, because people post statuses about it.
I think definitely the biggest pro is probably just being able to connect with people. For example, I'm from a different country, so being able to connect with my family overseas, seeing the pictures that they post up, and we have something called Viber, which probably a lot of people don't know, but it enables us to call them free with Wi-Fi, so I don't have to pay cell phone bills for overseas.
Pros, definitely staying interconnected with your friends. It's a free way to see what everyone is up to. I know for me, I keep up with my high school friends. I don't have that many family members using any social media, so it's mostly just for friends. Okay.
I rely on it as my main source to get the news, and I think also a lot of people use that instead of face-to-face communication nowadays, especially for Mother's Day. A lot of people post pictures with their moms and like write little cards, but some moms don't have Facebook, and I think it's better to give them a phone call or an actual visit.
Another risk is privacy, I guess, because right now people, giving out more information. You can buy things off of Facebook now. You can donate your money. You can send money through Facebook, through Snapchat, and so privacy and also financial information can be, it's not always that safe. So yeah.
For cons, probably spending way too long on social media. You sometimes just get distracted by what other people are doing.
I think that social media definitely is more beneficial, especially in our generation where technology has evolved, and I feel like we need social media to keep in touch with people that maybe are overseas or live in different states. And it's also beneficial because it's a way for people to express their thoughts and their feelings to the public and to their friends. And I think it's also good that we have these resources to see or get to know someone, maybe before even meeting face to face, because for employers, I feel like it's a good tool to have to get to know what your employer or your potential employee does besides just the information that they have on a resume. So I feel like social media is beneficial.
For our generation, I think more than con, definitely has more benefits. Um, like I said, uh, especially with the family thing, especially for millennials, who who actually are the largest generation now in the United States population, due to mainly young immigrants that have, you know, decided to move over here. They're still able to connect to their families overseas, so I think it's a great benefit. And also, it's a great benefit for businesses. It's great to market their platform. You know, things like Vine videos, and that's how people get famous. YouTube, that's how all these YouTube stars get famous, and they're able to make a living out of themselves. So it becomes not just a platform for having fun, but it's also a platform for um, creating a job. Um, and so, I mean, there's a lot of things that has evolved, and I think although there has been some cons, the benefits definitely outweigh the cons.
I would say beneficial for me, even though we have email and Google Docs to do group projects with. I definitely use Facebook a lot when communicating with different groups on campus, so that has been really useful. Um, and just being able to reach out to anyone from across the world or the country has been really good keeping up with them.
So, as we can see, social media is playing a big role among millennials today. Some of it may be negative, like the news story would share that 87% of millennials get socially distracted and 54% feel like they're missing out. On top of that, a report from American Press Institute said that 88% of millennials get news from Facebook, which is concerning because many things posted on Facebook do not need to be verified. But it's not all bad. In the same report, 70% of millennials say that the social media exposes them to similar and different opinions, allowing them to see stories from different sides. Also, majority of millennials have begun to realize how public the things they post really are. While in general this generation is not highly concerned about privacy, the most frequently cited change in social media behavior is paying more attention to and actively controlling their privacy settings than they once did. This was true of over half of all respondents. The second biggest change had to do with removing content. 37% said they are more likely to remove information or photos of themselves that are embarrassing or immature. And those who share content on Facebook or Twitter are more likely than those who do not share content to monitor their privacy settings as well as remove information or photos that could be embarrassing. So at this time, it is really hard to say whether millennials uh, would have been completely better off without social media. The temporary solution is moderation. By not getting too addicted to social media, we can understand the importance of role that it plays in our lives without becoming too dependent on it.